Hey, my self-care buddies. So let's make a fun soap. So my soap, I will be making it with this gelatin. And what I did is just I decanted all the gelatin in the sachets. It's about 2 sachets. It's a yellow and a reddish gelatin. And I'll use 2 tablespoons and also 2 cups of water. So, what made me want to do such a soap? It's fun, it's messy, and it's also a cooling because it's gelatin. It will be in the fridge and it will cool down. And when I'm using it, it will cool my body off as well. I saw this recipe, this soap recipe, like a long time ago, 5 years ago, here on YouTube, and I wanted to make it, but I never just had the chance to do it. And during this week, I remembered while I was going through my old journals, and I remembered that there's this soap that I can make, and I thought, okay, let me just make it for this Saturday. It's been very hot here in South Africa. The heat wave had us feeling really, really, really hot. So this is really going to hit the spot when I get in the shower. It's just gonna cool off my body, and basically that's the reason why I wanted to make such a soap. So while that is and this is going to be cooled down, I just took it now out from the microwave because I wanted everything to just mix up. And so it cooled down, and after it cooled down, I will now add the soap and the essential oil. And I just wanted to use a soap which was neutral, like this neutral shower gel, which has no fragrances or anything, because the gelatin has fragrance on its own and it's got a color. And then also I wanted to use an essential oil, and I only had this tea tree oil, which came in handy. And then also, because this is a soap, I have these 2 soap dishes, and because I thought they were going to be very small for the amount of gelatin that I have there, the mixture, and so I'm going to use that bucket there. And it's an old bucket which had safety parts in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and add soap in here, and it was a bit which was left, and so I decided to just use the whole thing. And also to get rid of bubbles, because even though I'm trying to use all of the soap which was left in this bottle and it made bubbles, as you saw, also during the mixture you will get bubbles. So if you want to get rid of those, you can just spray the mixture with a little bit of alcohol and the bubbles will go away. And I just poured also a little bit of a few drops of that tea tree oil, essential oils. And as you can see, as I am mixing up everything, it's got now this dull color from the soap and the oil. And if you want to change the color, you can use a coloring mixture, food coloring mixture, which I'm going to use here. And I only have the color orange, and any color you want depending on what color of the soap you would like. You can also leave it as it is. As it cools down, I'm sure it will go back to the color, but I did not do that experiment. So I did not have alcohol. As I said, you can just spray alcohol to get rid of the bubbles. So I didn't have alcohol, so I'm just manually taking away all of the bubbles. And also later on I will try and take out the bubbles from the dish soaps, because I'm still going to mix up the soap after I just put in a few drops of the food coloring solution. Also, with the food coloring solution, you need to be careful because it can stain. I realized, you will see later on when I test out the soap, that it left a little bit of stains on my hands, and it can do that to the body as well, I imagine. And because I used a lot of the coloring mixture, You can use just 1 or 2 drops. I think I used a lot of the mixture, and that is why it was staining on my hands when I was testing it later on, as you will see. So you can see now that murky or that dull color is gone, and now it's giving this beautiful rich orange color, which is the color that it will retain also after the gelatin has set. So I will be pouring it in these soap dishes, and as I've said, I did think that the mixture will be too much for the soap dishes because they are quite small, and the rest of it will go into that bucket over here. And I was just so glad not to throw away this bucket, because now it has come in handy. And I will put this now away in the freezer, and then I will just let them set for about 4 to 5 hours, and then yeah. Now here we go. Our soap has set and it's looking beautiful. I love this color. Really love it. It's orange, but it looks as if it's also red in the camera, but it's actually orange, as you guys saw. So I'm gonna go ahead now. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and test out one of these soaps. Okay, so let's test out this one, and it is messy, it is fun, it is just gelling, and it's so cool. It is so cool, and it's exactly what I wanted, because it is so hot out here, and while I'm in the shower, it's just gonna, and it's just melting. It's just melting on my hands right now, and the soap is foaming up really nicely. And like I said, it's kind of staining on my hands, so you need to be careful when you do the coloring, not to put too much, because I think I put too much of that food coloring. But no matter, you can also just leave, like I said, leave it as it is. That murky color, I think it will settle down as the jelly is cooling, but I'm not sure. I'm not so sure because I did not do a test on that. But yeah, like I'm saying, yeah, so I'm definitely going to be using this tonight before I go to bed. And also, what I've noticed after I was done washing my hands, it does you can smell the jelly. You can also definitely, that color, the food coloring, it comes up as well as that tea tree, so it stays on your hands, and it will definitely also stay and linger on your body after you've washed. So yeah, this was definitely fun, which I was intending, and it's also really messy and really cooling as well. So I can't wait to try this tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.